I'm fighting for my life and for Heather's friendship because she's gonna be the only one to talk to me when I go to jail. Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. I'm Raphael and I'm here to review episode 7 of the Real Housewives who raised their hands to show that they're not friends with Lisa Barlow of Salt Lake City. We start the episode off right where we left off with the auditions to Heather's American Idol Rejects chorus choir that she's trying to put on. Then we see two random pedestrians walking by and I'm like, okay, who are they? Why are they getting camera time? Come to find out that they're both the two new friends of the show, Donna and Angie K. Already, I am not fond of either one of them. Both of them could go. We did not need them. They were not needed. Angie K, thank you for your services. Thank you for trying, but no thank you because she just makes me cringe. Donna, so Angie K, she's looking over at Angie H, which already that's annoying. I do not like it when on the Real Housewives, we have multiple women of the same name because it could get confusing. I don't want to hear Angie K, Angie H, Angie 2.0, Angie, this Angie is metallic, this Angie has fire powers, this Angie is a water sign. Like, I don't want to hear all that. This is not the Real Housewives of Angie. So then Angie K is looking at Angie H, aka Sarah Paulson. She's over there practicing her dance recital with Whitney looking like two rejected Rockettes. She's telling Donna, hold on, I'm gonna try to get my snowflake. So Angie K is also a less watered down version of Lisa Barlow. She's like a cheap version of her. So she goes up to Angie H and she was like, Angie H, come over here. I need to confront you. Yeah, so I just don't like you being a really fake friend to Lisa Barlow. And you really need to stop that because your husband, you know, he made that Instagram account and that's not cool. Producers, is that what I'm supposed to do? Is this confrontation good? Am I gonna get a snowflake? You promise? You don't think so? Oh, okay, let me continue trying. And I just don't like that. And you need to stop it right now. Yeah, I said you need to stop being a fake friend. No more hugging, okay? I'm like, ew, Angie K, so cringy. Like, I was just looking at my screen. I'm like, boo. I'm like, please get her off the screen. I mean, like, she's trying, but then Whitney, she finds out about the whole Instagram account, right? Because Angie H's husband, Chris Harrington, he made this whole account and he got exposed last week on last week's episode, how he made this whole fake account called Jen Exposed. Honestly, it should have been like Jen is going to jail like 96 or something. Imagine, but Jen Exposed, that's a good name too. But he came up with this whole Instagram or whatever under that name, but yet he's trolling Lisa. So Whitney, she finds out about that and she feels betrayed because she's practicing this dance recital with Sarah Paulson. So she was like, in her confessional, she's like, I can't believe it. Wait a minute. So Angie H's husband, he made that whole fake account. I don't like it. I feel sticky and I feel icky just dancing with her. Like, I want to take this clothes off and just disappear. You know, I need to disappear and I need to go hell. I don't like this at all. And I'm like, Whitney, you're probably feeling sticky because of last season with you and your husband in that scene in your bedroom when you were putting chocolate all over yourself. So that's probably why you're feeling sticky. But then we see Jen Shah in that big ass megaphone. She's coming outside. She sees, you know, Sarah Paulson. She was like, wait a minute. Why is she here? Donna, again, so lame, so nasty and so lame. She goes up to Jen. She was like, Jen, Angie K just confronted Angie H. What are you gonna do about it? And I'm like, again, it's just so not organic. I'm just looking at Donna and Angie K and I'm like, who are you two? Like, I watched last week's episode and the week before that, and I'm sorry for not reviewing those two episodes. The last week's episode, it was Halloween weekend, and I just had no time. Last week, I got dental work, and I could barely talk. So I went on a YouTube live to kind of explain that. But I did watch it. And again, I still don't know about these two. These two, they should just need to go. But then Jen, she comes out with her megaphone. She puts it down. She's screaming at everybody. And she tells Angie H, why are you here? What's going on? Like, your husband, he did this to me. I just can't believe you. You should know about this, right? Angie H, all of a sudden, she doesn't know. She was like, I don't know what you're talking about. No, my husband, he made an Instagram account? He has Instagram? What's Instagram? Like, that's basically what she should have just told Jen because she's just lying to her. Like, you mean to tell me, Angie H, that you, being your husband's wife and laying with him every other night, allegedly, you know, you have no idea of this Instagram. You mean to tell me that he knows how to use Instagram and he made this whole account by himself and he never told you about it? fishy. I mean, if that is the case, and if you in fact did not know, if I was you, I would check your marriage just a little bit, because obviously he's hiding a couple of things from you. So she was like, yeah, no, I don't know what you're talking about. So what, you think that I'm responsible for my husband's actions? So this is where Jen kind of screwed herself up, because she was like, yeah, you're responsible. You're responsible for all of your husband's actions. Both of you are together. And then this is where Sarah Paulson kind of was just like, oh, really? Well, I mean, nobody's blaming Coach Shaw for everything that you're being indicted for, right? Like everything that you're being accused of. And I'm like, ooh, Jen. I'm like, well, I mean, she does make a point. If I was Jen, I would have just grabbed that megaphone and would have just bashed her with like, mind your business. We're not talking about that. But Jen, she was like, what are you talking about? No, I'm innocent. And as soon as she said, I'm innocent, the shady editors, they edited right back into the auditions where the guy with one of the people that they were auditioning, he was like, Amazing Grace. Heather, she's getting, her assistant is telling her in her ear, like, there's two crazy housewives outside battling out to be who's gonna be the center supreme for next season and who's gonna be the center snowflake. Can you please come outside? So Heather, she gets up and she comes outside. Jen, she's crying and screaming, and she was just telling Heather, I can't stand her. I can't stand Sarah Paulson. I don't like her. I don't want her to be on the next season of American Horror Story. Can you please tell her that she's a bad person and that her husband is a terrible person as well? Heather, she's looking at Jen like, you called me Shrek like 2 seasons ago, and I still haven't forgotten that. So no, I don't think that her husband is a bad person. Jen, she cannot believe that she feels betrayed in this moment. She was like, what? What are you talking about? No, he is a bad person. Like, he made a whole Instagram account. He made an Instagram account to troll me, like on me and everything. And Heather's just like, I mean, he apologized to you. Like, what else do you want? And Jen, she did make a good point, because she was like, well, he's only apologizing and owning up to it because he got caught. You know, like that Rihanna song, you're only sorry you got caught. So Jen, she does make a good point, but Jen, again, she's letting her emotions run all over her. Donna and Angie K, they're right there. Angie K, she's trying to jump in it as well. And who, it could not be me, but Angie K, she's telling Angie H. She was like, yeah, Angie H, I don't like that you're doing this to Lisa and Jen. That's just not right. That's not cool at all. She's trying to overtalk Jen, who's screaming and crying and everything, right? Jen, out of nowhere, she tells Angie K, who again is defending her. She was like, K, you just shut up. You're not even a full-time housewife. You're a friend of the show, barely. It could not be me. Angie K, she just took it. She was just like, okay, I'll shut my bitch ass up. I'll be right over here. Absolutely not. There is just no way I'm going to be on the same show and the same cast as somebody who's about to go to jail in 5 seconds for all these crimes. And I'm just going to tell her, she's just going to tell me to shut the hell up. And I'm just going to sit there. Absolutely not. I'm going to pull out all the receipts and I'm going to be like, I know that the number one criminal on this show is not telling me to shut up. Now let's talk about it. And then we could get into it. But of course she stayed quiet. Back inside, Heather, she just goes back into the audition. So does Jen. She storms off into the bathroom and crying and, you know, screaming and everything. All of a sudden we see Lisa Barlow. She's making her way downtown. And I'm like, okay, so she's coming up unexpectedly, because her and Heather, now they have some type of, you know, beef between each other. Heather doesn't know that she's showing up. Next thing you know, Lisa, she shows up to the auditions. Heather's just like, what are you doing here? What's going on? What's happening? And then Lisa, she's like, well, I mean, I just want to support you. I want to support Heather Gay. And, you know, I'm going to be singing one of my favorite church songs. So then I'm just like, okay, let's see what she has to say. Lisa, she goes on to sing. Heather, are you ready? Are you ready, Heather? Okay, hold on. me. Here we go. Okay, Heather, you ready? I love you, baby gorgeous. Can I get a taco supreme after my performance? Thank you. Thank you so much, producer. Okay. Driver, roll up the partition, please. I don't need you seeing Beyonce on her knees. Took 45 minutes to get all dressed up. He bucked all my buttons and he ripped my blouse. He Monica Lewinsky all on my gown. Ooh. Ooh, yay. How did I do, Heather? How did I do? Am I gonna make it to the next audition? Am I going to LA? What's going on? Heather, she's looking at her like, oh, okay, well, thank you. You know, we'll contact you. You don't contact us. I wish that I could have been the Simon Cowell of this whole audition process, because I would have just been sitting there like, it's a no for me. It's a no for me. It's a hell no for me. Lisa, no. But Lisa, you know, I give her courage for even going up there and even trying to sing. She didn't sound bad. So everyone reunites backstage. Jen, she finally comes out the bathroom, but she's still emotional, so she's ignoring Angie H. She goes into a different room. Lisa Barlow, she just got done with her audition, so she comes backstage and she's looking around for Jen Shah. And she was like, where's Jen Shah? Where is she? Where's Jen Shah? Where's my baby gorgeous? Where is she? What's going on? So she goes to look for her. She finds her in the other room and she was like, Jen Shah, what's going on? What's the problem? What's happening? Why are you crying? Why are you acting like this? Like, what's happening? Do you want a Diet Coke? Jen Shah, she starts screaming and starts crying. And she was like, I just can't believe that Heather. I can't believe that I'm gonna be found guilty. I mean, I can't believe that Heather is just... The only reason that Heather is sticking up for Angie H and her fat-looking elf-on-the-shelf husband is because she thinks that her husband is gonna put her on a yacht and feed her. And I'm like, well, I mean, Jen, when you put it that way, now I can see why Heather would take his side. I mean, I would do the same thing too if it meant that I was gonna be on a yacht. Because if you really think about it, with him, at least you're getting a yacht and some food, and maybe he'll throw in some money. With you, what are we getting besides us possibly being on the witness stand at your court trial? So it's just like, yacht, criminal, yacht, criminal. I'd rather go with the yacht. Jen and Lisa reunite with the rest of the group and they see Sarah Paulson sitting on Heather's lap. Jen, she does not like that, so she tells Angie, Angie, I just can't believe that your husband will make a fake Instagram with my name in it and he will name it Jen Exposed. Why couldn't he name it Jen is the baddest bitch, or Jen is the queen of Salt Lake City, or Jen is my favorite housewife 1999? Something like that. Why Jen Exposed? You know, he knows that if the police, the FBI, or Homeland Security searches Jen Exposed up, all of my crimes that I've been hiding for years is gonna pop up and they're gonna be able to arrest me. Allegedly. I just can't believe that he will only care about you and not me in this situation. So Angie, she's looking at Jen like, no, I get it. No, I understand. No, I get it completely. No, I get it. Because you have been nothing but nice to me and my husband. And you've been trying to put me on the show since season 1. And obviously I'm not bringing it because they haven't given me a snowflake. So you know what? I'm going to tell my husband. This is what I'm going to tell him. I think instead of Jen Exposed, how about he turns it into a Erica Jane Exposed? How about he makes it an Erica Jane account? Yeah, I'm going to tell him that. And he's only allowed to use it on the weekends. And I'm like, okay, whatever, fine. So then Jen, she's looking at Heather. She was like, Heather, I just don't like that you know, you would just stick up for him out of nowhere. Like, oh, you know, he's good. He admitted that, blah, blah, blah. What else do you want from him? And I'm actually shocked that Heather is just okay with all of this. And she's just looking at this whole Instagram situation as if it's no big deal. Like, oh, okay, I mean, yeah, he made an account. You know, he apologized. He got caught. It's fine. Let's move on. What else do you want from the man? I'm surprised because, again, she is like Jen's #1 fan on this show. And she's willing to be her doormat season after season after season. And now all of a sudden, this is one thing that doesn't bother her. But then again, I feel like the reason why it's not really a big issue to Heather is because he went after Lisa in the comments. Yeah, it may have been named Jen Exposed, but Jen wasn't really the one being attacked. It was Lisa. And right now, Heather's not really okay with Lisa. So I feel like that's probably why she's okay with his doings. Because if he was trolling Jen the whole entire time and not Lisa, maybe she would have, you know, felt some type of way. But for the most part, she was like, yeah, no, it's no problem. So then Lisa Barlow, she's sitting across from them, right? She's looking at all three of them. They're making up and everything. They're hugging it out. They're kind of putting everything at peace. So she's not okay with that. And then Angie K. Did y'all see Angie K? She was just looking at Lisa Barlow like, okay, yeah, no, it's time to wrap up. No, let's go. Let's walk out dramatically. No, we have to go. Let's go. Yeah, no, let's go. This is a bunch of BS. Let's go. And I'm like, Angie K, just move. So Lisa Barlow, she gets up and she was like, you know what? No, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm not doing this. No, I cannot believe that this is going on. I'm not going to continue this. No, Heather, no. No, because I'm not going to continue this anymore right now with you, Heather, or with you, Angie H, Sarah Paulson. I'm not going to continue this right now. Heather, you're a fucking liar. You're a fucking liar, Camille. You're a fucking liar, and I'm not going to take any responsibility of anything right now. Like, I just can't believe this. So Heather's just looking at her like, what are you talking about? Lisa, again, she's upset with the whole situation between Heather and Angie and how Angie is technically apologizing to Jen, but she's not apologizing to Lisa because Lisa was the one that was under attack by the fake account that her husband had made, which, by the way, he is so lame for making that. Like, seriously, a fake account? So cringy. But then Lisa, she was like, I just can't believe this, Angie H. You're willing to apologize to Jen, but I'm the one that's always attacked. I'm the one that's being attacked online. Angie H., she was like, but you're always attacking people online, so I'm not sure what what your issue is. And I don't know why she say that, because Lisa Barlow, she's not known for attacking anybody online. So eventually that just goes nowhere. Her and Heather get into it. Heather's telling her, well, the only issue with you, Lisa, is that, you know, you have no friends on this cast. So Lisa, she took that personally, and she was like, wait, what do you mean I have no friends? Who here is not my friend? Everybody raise your hand. Raise your hand if you're not Lisa Barlow's friend. So nobody raised their hand except Sarah Paulson and Heather. But I'll be curious to know behind the cameras if anybody raised their hands. You know, like the camera people, the editors, anybody in backstage, like anybody raise their hands? Heather and Lisa get into it because of their issue back at the reunion, where Lisa, I believe the issue is that Lisa had texted Heather condolences to her father and had said, oh, I hope he feels better and everything, but then he had passed away. So Lisa, it made it seem like she was just doing it just to say something like, oh, look, I was trying to be nice, even though she probably already knew that he passed away. But again, I just feel like this whole situation, it was just a miscommunication. I mean, Lisa Barlow did not have to go out and tweet the obituary? Is that what it's called? They really need to change the name of that, because that sounds very offensive. Obituary, like, oh, here, did you sign the obituary? The what? What did you call me? She had posted a picture of the obituary and the screenshot of her text message to Heather saying, oh, I hope your father feels better, side by side, trying to prove her point that she did it in a timely manner. And again, I get what Lisa is trying to say, but at the same time, Lisa, this is a very sensitive subject to Heather, and this is talking about her dad's death and everything, and you're just trying to, you know, make it about you and try to make it about, oh, you know, I'm right, and you're wrong. Instead of trying to be there for your friend, your friend and her feelings and everything that she's going through, like, just go up to her and say, you know what, Heather? I sent you that text message. You obviously don't believe it. You don't think it was genuine. It was. But you know what? Even if you don't care or whatever, I'm still going to be here for you regardless, because you're going through a really tough time in your life. But no, Lisa Barlow, she's not going to put her foot down. She's like, no, I did this. I'm right. You're wrong. Screw you and your dad. That's basically what she's telling her. Then we head over to Meredith's house and we get another hot tub scene from her. And if we all remember, that's what she's known for ever since last season, where Mary had walked in on her and she found her in one. This time she finds her husband, Zeph, already waiting in the tub. So she joins him, and I know that a lot of people do not like when they film in the hot tubs, but I was kind of into it. Zeph, he's gripping onto the hot tub, he's breathing hard, he's telling Meredith not to put her foot near his taint, his balls or whatever, and he's just like, Meredith, stop, don't put your foot there. Meredith, stop, don't do that. Don't put your foot there. Oh, stop, that's your toe, don't put your toe there. And I'm like, what's happening here? Meredith, are you trying to make him come? Like, this is not that type of show, but it can be. I'm like, Meredith, you freaky woman, you freaky you. So Zeph, he's just turning all types of red. Meredith, she goes on to tell him, well, you know, honey, right now, Jennifer Shaw is going through a big legal battle right now. She has committed some alleged crimes. Now, I think that she's innocent, but I don't know. I mean, sometimes I look at her and I'm like, are you guilty? But we shall see. You know, I'm not the judge, so we shall see. But her, Lisa Barlow, Heather, and Angie H., QWABC, I forgot her last name. They're going through a lot right now. And me and Lisa Barlow, we just got over our issues. And I want Jennifer Shaw to be in a better place with Heather. But I just don't know what to do, honey. What do you think? What do you recommend, Zeph? You recommend that Jen Shaw, Coach Shaw, Heather, and Lisa in the hot tub with us? Oh, stop it. That's not gonna happen. You kinky man. You better stop it before I put my toe near your testicles again. We then see Heather and one of her employees heading out to this construction site to look at this building, and for a second I thought that they actually went to Potomac to go visit Giselle's house. But no, come to find out that this is just gonna be an expansion of her beauty lab business. She already has one location, but it's getting popular, more people are coming, she's getting more business, so she needs to expand to a bigger location. And I'm not sure if she's gonna have the whole big ass building or just 1 floor or 2 floors, but either way, congratulations to Heather. And I hope that she never loses or shuts down the other location, because at this point it has become a tourist attraction or even a monument for the United States. You know, we all know it for being the last place where Jen Shaw was at before Homeland Security came looking for her and she ran off. So I hope that she never loses that, and I hope that she keeps it as a memory when Jen goes to jail. Lisa and her husband John go out for dinner, and Lisa was very, very smart when she told the waiter, oh, can I have some Vida Tequila? Vida Tequila is so good. It's so amazing. I love it. I love that. I love Vida Tequila. It's like the best tequila in the world, because obviously Vida Tequila is her tequila. So I see what you were doing, Lisa Barlow. Good promoting. Good promoting. I like that. Kathy Hilton? Take notes. So she's sitting down with John. She's telling John, I just, I've been really in my feelings lately because my sisters, they have been calling me and they're just devastated because they're divorced and I'm not. And I just don't know what to do, like it's really devastating to me and I don't know what to do and I don't know what to tell them, honestly. And it was hard to take this whole conversation serious knowing that John, her husband, used to date one of her sisters. So it's just like, you're complaining about one of your sisters who he used to date and it's all weird. But John, he actually made sense and he actually spoke up. And I think that this is the most that we have heard him talk this entire, 3 seasons of him? So he's like, yeah, it's okay for you to not pick up the phone call every now and then if that's all they're going to call you about. I mean, if all they're calling you about is, oh, I'm divorced, I'm going through this, I'm going through that, and it's never anything good, then it's okay to just put the phone down and to ignore it. And we just talked about this with Kathy and Kyle back in Beverly Hills, how, it's okay to ignore your family if all they're bringing to you is just negative energy and that's all they're bringing. You don't want that in your life. You're going to be caught up in that 24/7. But Lisa, it's messing with her religion. It's messing with her relationship with God. And she was like, well, I mean, John, it's so easy to say that. But the thing is, the situation with my sister is messing up my relationship with God. And God, he really loves me. I'm one of his favorites. I love God. God loves me. I love that. And I just don't know what to do with myself. I really need to fix that whole situation between me and God. And Lisa, yeah, I mean, if you want to fix that relationship with God, first you need to fix that whole relationship with Meredith and, apologize again for that hot mic moment, because I'm pretty sure that God, he was probably looking at you like, wow, she really said that she fucked half of New York. Yeah, she's not getting into the gates of heaven. We then head over to Jen's Airbnb house and she's with Coach Shah. She's filling him in on everything that happened between her, Heather, and Angie H, Angie K, Angie 2100, whatever. And Coach Shah, he is not happy about this. He's obviously looking at Heather as a fake and phony friend because Jen, aka Natalie Nunn, you can't tell me that that was not Natalie Nunn sitting right next to Coach Shah. She goes on to say, yeah, I can't believe that Heather, she will stick up for Angie H's husband. And she was just like, yeah, it's okay. I mean, he made a mistake. It's okay. Let's move on. All of that for what? Like, I just don't understand it. Coach Shah is looking at Jen Shah like, yeah. So when are you going to jail again? I know he is tired of that woman always crying every other scene with him. But, Jen Shah, she does make a good point because Heather, even though I understand your motives, the yacht and the free food and the money and all the lifestyle and everything that he could bring you, I get that. But at the same time, you are Jen's friend and you have always been there for her. So I'm shocked that you just, you take this whole situation so freely. But I guess, bitches will do anything for a yacht. I am bitches. And Coach Shah, he was like, you know what? That's the last straw on the camel's back or something like that. You're going to find out who your true friends are when you go to jail in a couple of months. So just wait and see. Whitney then goes over to Heather's house and she brings her friend Gaslight with her because that's all she's going to do in this whole conversation with Heather. Heather, she's more open now to have Whitney over to her house and to talk to her because she saw that she at least cared enough to show up to her auditions. So now she's like, okay, let me give her a shot. They sit down and Whitney, she starts off right away. She was like,
Heather, I just feel like me and you, we used to be besties and I want us to be besties again. And I just feel like ever since Phoenix, like things just haven't been the same between me and you. I'm going through this spiritual journey and, I have a lot of trauma that I'm trying to heal and I'm still healing and I'm on my path of healing. And I just feel like you don't care, you don't care about my whole situation with Justin and how he lost his job or any of that. And I was thinking, I shouldn't be having to come over here. I shouldn't be having to chase you down.
And Heather, she was just looking at her like, what? Chase me down? On top of that, she was shocked at the whole Justin news of him losing his job. She was like, wait, Whitney, what? You never told me this. I never knew that your husband lost his job. What happened? Also, by the way, I did watch that last week, how Justin lost his job because of the whole situation between him and Whitney last season with them filming that scene. And, with them filming that whole entire scene of them trying to be sexy. Okay. Oof. Ooh, I felt it coming up. Oof, just remembering it was just very gross. But I was just like, wow, he really lost his job over that? That's so unfortunate. So now he's at home doing X, Y, and Z and doing all this and all that. So Heather, she's just so confused. Like, wait a minute, you never told me that. Whitney, she's just looking at her like, what, you can't read my mind? Like, Whitney is crazy, and Whitney is really trying to paint out Heather to be like this person that, you know, is so terrible. And I'm just like, I don't see it. Like, Whitney, I get what you're saying and everything, but it's just like none of your points are valid. Let's start there. So Whitney, she continues on, and she was like,
I just feel like, you know, Heather, you don't really check up on me. You know, I went to your event, to your, you know, your auditions, and I auditioned with Sarah Paulson, and I don't know. I just felt like a disconnect. I felt like things were awkward. Like, it was awkward between us. And I'm like, Whitney, awkward between you where? Everything seemed fine between you, Angie H, W, Q, P, Onomatopoeia, and Heather at the audition. So now all of a sudden things are awkward. Heather's just looking at her like, okay, so then why did you come to the event in the first place if you were going to have an issue with it? Like, Whitney, you literally set yourself up. Like, you literally got ready. You bought your outfits, matching outfits on top of that with Sarah Paulson. And you showed up to the auditions for Heather's, you know, whatever she had going on. And you still find it awkward, and you still felt like there was tension. Like, again, that was all you're doing. So she continues on, and she was like, I don't know. I just feel like you could have checked up on me. And then the whole Lisa Barlow situation and Twitter. Well, we need to hear her side of the story first. You know, she follows me on Twitter. I'm so happy. And you need to follow me on Twitter too. You're mad at me. And I think that me and you, we should follow each other on Twitter again. But I don't know. I feel like we should hear her out because we don't know her side of the story. We know your side of the story, but not her side. And I'm just like, again, Whitney, if I was Heather, I would have just told her, get out. Get out of my house now, like, speaking this bullshit into my house. Like, no, like, Heather's just like, okay, first of all, Whitney, you're coming into my house and you're telling me, like, oh, I'm wrong about this whole Lisa situation when obviously my feelings are valid. She lied on me. She's lying on my dad. She's lying on this whole situation just to make, you know, just to prove a point or whatever. And Whitney's other issue is that she's so far up Lisa's ass, and now she feels like she's a cool girl. She's like, oh, I got Lisa's approval. I got Lisa's approval. So I'm pretty sure that she's willing to just throw her cousin underneath the bus if that means her and Lisa are besties in her world. So Whitney, again, I'm not sure what she was going on and on about. Heather, she got fed up with it. She was like, you know what? I'm not having this. And then she tried to have a hot mic moment. You know, I'm like, she really tried to be Lisa Barlow from last season by taking off the little recorder thing on the back of her back and then throwing it to the producer. I'm like, Heather, stop it. We just saw it last season. At least give it like 3 seasons before you're going to copy somebody else. She's walking away. She was like, Whitney, no, I'm not doing this. I'm not going to have somebody coming at my house and telling me that I'm wrong for feeling this, this, and this in my own house. And then on top of that, yeah, this is your house, but yet you're the one walking away. Absolutely not. Nobody's going to run me out of my own house or make me leave the living room. You're going to be the first one walking out this house, whether it's the front door, the back door, or through a window. But either way, I'm not running around in my own house away from you. So Heather, she's walking away. Again, she's trying to have her hot mic moment. So she locks herself in a room. Whitney, she's following behind. She was like, Heather, come on, please. I want to watch Teletubbies with you. Open the door, open it. So she opens it, right? Heather, she comes out with her microphone and everything. And then, again, she tries to be Lisa Barlow and she throws it at the producer or something like that. And I'm just like, oh, Heather's so cringy. Like, come on now. Like, like, couldn't you do something else? Like, throw something else. Like, throw some flowers or whatever. Like, throw a pillow. But you do the same thing that Lisa Barlow just did 5 seconds ago. But she's like, no, here. So she throws it out and she locks herself in the room again. And again, this is your house and you're locking yourself in your room away from Whitney. So what is Whitney supposed to do? If I was Whitney, I would have just been petty. Like, okay, I'll just go to your kitchen and I'll eat your food until you come out. But she locks herself in there, and that was that. Whitney, she's just left there looking stuck like, okay, what do I do now? How do I leave this house? How do you unlock this door? And that was that. But, you know, I feel like, you know, moving on, you know, I feel like this whole episode really put things into perspective. And Donna, or Dana, whatever her name is, she's not going to cut it. Neither is Angie K, W, Q, X, Y, Z, whatever. She's not going to cut it either. I could already just see it. So both of them, they could already just, you know, take an exit because I'm just not feeling either one of them. Maybe my thoughts and opinions will change on both of them as the season progresses. But as of now, very cringy. And I just really need them to cast like the right woman for this show because we already have good personalities between Heather, Whitney, Mary, Jen, Lisa Barlow, and Meredith. All of them are very chaotic together. So it's just like we need like 3 or at least like 9 9 new women with the same chaotic energy. Not this Angie K coming in with yeah, no, you know, I don't want you being friends with Lisa Barlow. Like, no, absolutely not. No. It's just not gonna be it.
Like, go to a church or something. Find a new pastor. I'm pretty sure that we could find a couple of scandals in her closet for next season or the following season. Because once Jen, if she goes to jail, allegedly, I don't know. I mean, we're gonna have to cast strong for this show. But let me know what you all thought about this whole episode down in the comments below. Bye, everybody. Mwah.